Ciao Bella, welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. I have finished my second project for the Manfella MALS um, collaboration, and I have told Sam not to watch this video, and I'm recording it before I know what my third one is going to be. So there will be a separate video that will come out once I know what that project is and like what to do for the yarn and so forth. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Sam over at Memphis Makes and I uh, talked back and forth about doing a collaboration this year, and we decided that we wanted it to be as low key and least amount of stress as possible. So we were like, what are things that we want to do already, and how can we do that? So I uh, gave her some ideas. She gave me some ideas. Lots of chatting back and forth, and we decided on four things. So we were going to do the four things some point throughout the year, and they were things that we both wanted to do, um, or things that we have had on our minds. And then the twist is that whatever her son picks is what I do, and whatever my daughter picks is what she does. So the four projects are um, something from our subscription yarns. So I had a subscription to Lether Co. And Lether Co. is no longer in business, but I still have tons of their yarn that I haven't used. So I can do something from that. Excuse me. The other one was the Asteria doily. Then there was a Label My Library project. So it didn't have to be an amigurumi, or we talked about doing that. Like, should the Label My Library be an amigurumi? Does it have to be? We're like, no, we both have tons of books. So we can do something that we've already labeled. And then the fourth project was something that we hadn't really thought about specifically, but we wanted to make something for each other. The problem is we don't live close to each other, so it's not like I can just go drop it off at her house or she can come drop it off at my house. So it had to be something that was small enough that we could send to each other. And we thought, what would be something that would be useful but also used significantly? And Sam came up with the idea of a pillow cover. And my first project was a Label My Library, and I chose to do um, an amigurumi, and it was Gandhi. He's sitting right up there. And you've followed me through that. If you haven't followed that project, you can go back and watch the videos. They will be linked in the description box. And the playlist for the Manfella MALS will be at the end of the video as well. Oh, sorry. And then the second project so the first project that for me was the Label My Library, which I chose to do Gandhi. Sam's first project that my daughter picked was the Asteria doily. That was probably the biggest one. Um, and that was Sam's first one. And then my second one, Max picked, was the pillow cover project. And so I have that here. I did a video where I was talking about the yarn that I was going to use. And I did ask Sam if she wanted to see progress along the way or if she wanted it to be a surprise. And she said she wanted it to be a surprise. So if she's watching this right now, she's spoiling her own surprise. That's all I can say. Because I told you guys that I would update you when I was finished. But I didn't want to do a lot of progress videos because then Sam would have to constantly remember what videos not to watch. And I thought, just do the first one and then this one, and then that's only two videos that she doesn't have to watch. So this is it. um, here. Now I left the top open so that she can insert her pillow. So this is one side of it. And my room, of course, is not doing these colors any justice. There is a really, really pretty purple color. So like this here is a really, really pretty purple, but it is not showing up at all. That's a little better. That's a little better. And then, so this is one side, and then this is the other side. And these are really, really pretty pinks and oranges. This pattern, that's the word I'm looking for, is called Spill the Beans. And I will put the link to the pattern. I use the pattern, the free pattern that was online. I'll put the link to that in the description box. I actually ran out of yarn. So I was doing this part here, and I got to round 20, and I ran out of yarn. And I was like, well, it's supposed to be 24 rounds. And I was like, I can't do anything else. But I knew that I was going to do this color on the other side. So I started this side, this pink side. And then when I was able to wind up some more yarn, because I thought I was just going to do the two sides. So I wound up this pink one and then this pink and blue and purple one. So I didn't think I was going to need a third one. And then I ended up needing a third one. The problem is I did this side, right, with the other 4 rounds. And then I started this side, and then I ran out of yarn again. Now, the problem is this yarn is a very special product. I can't get any more of this. There was only one of each of these hanks. So I wouldn't be able to replicate this particular color pattern if I wished to. I was lucky in the fact that the two outer ones ended up being similar enough colors that I could mix and match them. But I did I did end up having to go through 4 hanks of yarn. And I know that because it's getting bigger on the edges, it ends up being bigger. This is fairly weighty. This is wool. It's 100% wool. And I am not going to reveal where the yarn came from. If you've been here for a while, if you've been here since before I moved to Sicily when I was still living in the US, then you might know where this yarn came from. But I'm not going to reveal where the yarn came from, just in case Sam watches this video, just in case she spoils the surprise for herself. That's one surprise I'm not going to give away. Because I want her to know where it came from. And if you do know where the yarn came from, please don't put it in the comments, okay? I really, really, really want it to be a surprise for her. So at this point that I'm recording this, I have no idea what my third project is going to be. I still have the subscription yarn project left and the Asteria doily project left. Now, depending on what I get, well, I mean, I'll still pop on and do a video with like the next one. If it's a subscription yarn project, I actually have several patterns. So, and I'll talk about this more in that whatever happens video. But if it's a subscription yarn, I actually have several patterns from Lether Co. Because when you got the subscription box with the wool, you got a pattern, a crochet pattern and a knitted pattern. And then the first year that I did it, you actually got, no, the second year I did it, you got a QR code instead of the pattern booklet. And you got access to all their patterns for the month from all the clubs. So if they had a sock club, if they had the subscription club, so you got multiple patterns. So I have several actual Lether Co patterns that I can use in addition to the subscription yarn. And if I get the Asteria doily, I have several options that I've been thinking about, although, and this is something that I saw on Sam's channel. She got some Premier yarn, some cotton sprout, the 2-weight yarn, and I don't like tiny yarn, but she had that navy stripe, and I thought, oh my god, wouldn't that look amazing in the Asteria doily? I haven't ordered it, but I want to. But I have so much yarn that I could use. Um, I just don't know, because I don't want it to be super huge. Like, I want to be able to hang it on the wall in here. And I know if I use a 3 or 4 weight yarn, it's going to be really, really big. And then, I don't know. I do have some hanks. I could use some of those. Um, I have tons of the Hobby Lobby hanks. Not tons, but I have several. Um, I just don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I just don't know that I have sufficient quantities of any of those to do what I want to do. I do have some Hobie cakes. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. I'm going to go off on a completely different tangent. This is the pillow cover. You'll see this again probably in my Whips and Foes video, or at least I'll mention the yardage that I used, because this will count in the yardage, although I probably shouldn't show it again, just so there's not another video for Sam not to watch. Yeah, if there's anything that you've made, and we did invite everyone to join along with us, so if you wanted to make what I'm making, or if you wanted to make what Sam's making, or if you wanted to make one of the other projects, right? If you have some, it doesn't even have to be subscription yarn. Like, if you don't have a subscription to get yarn, you could use the most recent yarn that you bought, or you can use something that you've always wanted to use, or it doesn't matter to us. Like, that's the beauty of this make along, is that we're not doing the same thing at the same time, and we're not going to finish at the same time. And we are doing what we want to do. So it doesn't feel like a burden. It doesn't feel like, well, I can't speak for Sam, because I think that Asteria doily almost broke her, which I think it might break me at some point, because she said it was very difficult with the pattern and the videos. So, but hers turned out amazing. It was beautiful and lovely. But you can work on anything that we're working on, or if you wanted to do one of the other projects, if there's always been a pattern that you wanted to make, if we're doing subscription yarn and you don't have subscription yarn, if there's always been like a pattern that you've purchased and you're like, I want to make this, well, then do that, right? But you can send us pictures. I know Sam will put them on her posts. I will put them on my post. I will put them in my community tab. Not community tab, that is the post. I will put them in the video, or post them in my Facebook group if you are so inclined. If you do not have my Facebook group, it is linked in the link tree down below and in the description box. So you can come over and visit with us. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I don't think I have the hook in here. I did use a 5.5. No, I don't have the hook in here. I did use a 5.5 millimeter hook. This is what I have left of the yarns. It wasn't enough to go another round. And then the other one, so I think I might actually put this in for Sam and send that to her. And then the other ball, I think I left upstairs. Yeah, because everything was in this bag. There is something else that I want to do. Oh, I can talk to you guys about that. There is something else that I want to do to this pillow, but it's not part of the project. So technically this is complete. Like, I could, and I did leave like a really long tail, probably way too much, but it's a lot, so she can tie it all together. And then I have this side that's knotted off as well. This side that's knotted off as well, so that if when she gets to like sewing it up, she can do what she needs to do. Um, so technically, I could put this in the mail and it would be done, but I want to do something and I'm trying to get it done. I'm trying to find somebody who can do it for me because I can't do it. I don't know how. Um, I want to put something on the inside of the pillow, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that part done. I have the pieces for what I want to do, but I can't do it myself. I don't know how. I don't have the equipment. Um, so I'm trying to find somebody that does have the equipment and they can help me with it. But we'll see. If I can't do it, I can't do it, and that's okay. I'll figure out another way to do something along the lines of that for her. But it is done. I just need to get it in the mail once I'm finished, if I can figure out the part that I want to do. And then hopefully next week you'll see for project number 3, and we will go from there. I would love to know if you're doing this along with us, what you might be working on. And if you're not finished, when you do finish, you can send us pictures. And the next time that we do one of these videos, Sam or I, or both of us, will put it in our video for you. If you, well, I'll put it in my video. She won't put it in her video. I'll put it in my video or on my post, and she would definitely put it on her posts. So I think that's it. Yes, I talked about the pattern. Talked about the hook. I used a 5.5 millimeter tulip hook. I kind of talked about the yarn. I talked about the pattern. I talked about the make-along. Anything else? Am I forgetting anything? Excuse me. It is definitely spring. Allergies abound. So, starting to feel a little tickle in my throat. My eye is itchy. I've taken medicine, but still. Okay. I think that's it. All right. So, if I've forgotten anything, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, be well, be safe, and be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!